it.
Wait.
What?
We cannot break bread with you.
Huh? Becky, what's going on?
Wednesday! You have taken the land which is rightfully ours.
Hey guys, in this video we're going to be making a Flambéed apple pie sundae, or Wednesday as I'm going to be calling it, based on one of my favorite scenes from Addams Family Values, which seemed appropriate for this time of year. To get started, we're going to make some pie crust cookies, so you'll need 2.5 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of bourbon, 1/4 cup of ice water, and 20 tablespoons of chilled butter right from the fridge, 2.5 sticks, a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/4 cup of demerara sugar with a teaspoon of cinnamon for topping the cookies. Add your flour and sugar and salt to the bowl of a food processor and pulse just to combine. Then add your butter and pulse until you've got pretty small chunks of butter. Unlike a traditional pie crust, we don't want this to be too flaky since we'll be cutting out cookie shapes. Then just add your bourbon and ice water mixture a little bit at a time until the dough starts to clump and hold together. Split your dough in half and wrap in plastic wrap to refrigerate for about an hour. Make sure your work surface is well floured, and if your pie dough is a little difficult to roll out at first, you can leave it for about 10 minutes to soften up. Then just roll out and cut out your shapes. I decided to do braids and knives because I thought that sort of appropriate for Wednesday Addams, but you can really do anything. You can use cookie cutters to make it a little easier on yourself. If you want to do the knives, you can see here how I created those. Then sprinkle with cinnamon sugar, and remember that you need something for the cinnamon sugar to stick to, so add an egg wash and then sprinkle with the cinnamon sugar. Then just braid up your little pie crust braids and bake at 350 for about 10 to 14 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. Then for the flambéed apples, you'll need 2 tablespoons of butter, a tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 peeled and cored apples, which you'll then remember you need to put in a bowl so that you can toss them with the lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 ounces of bourbon. Over medium heat, go ahead and melt your butter and then add the apples and saute for about 10 minutes until they're sort of crisp tender and just starting to brown. Then you add your sugar and stir until melted. And remember that you shouldn't use a wooden utensil with fire, or probably have your phone just over where the fireball is going to be. Add your bourbon and light it up. Remember to have a lid close by in case of any accidents. I added a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and that's it. Our apples are ready to go. To plate, go ahead and fill a dish with as much ice cream as it can hold, really. And then top with your flambéed apples and maybe a little more ice cream, before decorating with your pie crust cookies. Now, for photographing purposes, I did use the apples once they had cooled down, but I do highly recommend that you eat them while they are still warm. I had a small portion off camera while they were still hot, and it was extremely good. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share with us on all of the social medias at Sugared Nerd. And until next time, as always, happy baking!